This is the equipment that you will need for doing this ostomy change. You will need to have present gloves, of course. You will need to have the sterile gauze, comes in the package. You will need to have your Aloe Vesta cleansing foam, the wipes. You need all of that because you're going to be cleaning off the stoma and the area around the stoma prior to doing the change. Now, what you will need for putting the new bag on, you will need to have the actual bag. And this one is a Hollister. You will need to have the Aiken stoma adhesive seals. You will need to have nystatin powder. You need 3M no sting barrier. The Hollister medical adhesive. You will need to have scissors. And I have pre-cut the Omnifix tape. And you need about 5 pieces of that. Alright. Now, you can stop for a moment. Alright, the old bag is off. As you can see, there's some excoriation. This is from the fecal matter coming from the small bowel. So what you need to do is you need to clean this area very well. So I'm using the Aloe Vesta cleansing foam. Now what I do is I keep a piece of this gauze over the stomas to help cut down on the amount that's going to come out while I don't want to be cleaning and having stuff come back out at you. The other thing that you can use on this is with the foam are the wipes. Okay, need your finger again. Thank you. Okay, I got it. Alright. She has a little fold here. This is what makes it difficult to do her ostomy change. Because it folds up here, and this is where the trying to clean this all up before we put a new one on. Okay, Miss Weber, I'm sorry. I know that's very, very excoriated right in that area. I apologize for that. So you just need to get as much of this old off. Is it hurting on this side, Miss Weber, or just on the other side?
Both sides.
Both sides, okay. Alright. Okay, got it. It's all done. That part's all done. Okay. Alright, we're okay. I caught you after lunch here, so we've got quite a bit of output here. Okay. So I just go around the base of the stoma, make sure you get as much of this off as you can. Which we do. We have it all out. Now, keeping the gauze in place so that you're not bringing any more up onto the surface. The next thing I do is you bring it all the way out, and you take your nystatin powder. Okay, take your nystatin powder. And you're just going to poof it into place because it's a little squeeze bottle type action. And get it as close up to the stoma and the area that's excoriating, because this excoriation tends to cause a little bit of like a fungal growth. So you put it on and just sort of dust it away. Okay. Alright. Then you take your 3M non-sting barrier, and you spritz it in the area and you let it dry. Okay, you just let that dry. And that just takes a little bit. You take the bag, you have the wafer portion of the bag. What you're going to need to do is you're going to need to cut, and you want to cut this only large enough that you're going to get a snug fit to the base of the stoma. Because you don't want it too big, because if it's too big, what happens is the fecal matter, which is mostly enzymatic in nature coming from the small intestine, will come down inside and allows more excoriation around the stoma. Here, come in here. Okay, you've got your piece cut. Okay. You have your piece cut. Then you take off the protector frame, and then you open up your cohesive seal.
May I help you?
Yes, please.
And this is a little seal that you mold out. You pull and you mold it out, and it fits this piece here.
A122 bed 2 is calling for his nurse. A122 bed 2 is calling for a nurse.
And that just goes on, and you push it into place. And it helps cause a better seal. The other thing that you do is you take your medical adhesive and you spray onto the wafer. This just makes it a little extra tacky and holds a little bit better. So you need to let this dry. Just takes a little while. Let it dry. While this is drying, this 3M barrier that you sprayed should have dried up too. And it has. Okay, you doing all right? I know it's hurting. Okay, so then you take your bag, the opening, and you fit it around the stoma. Bring the stoma inside, like so, and then you hold it. You press down, and she's got this little bit of, I showed you earlier, that little bit of a crease. So you pull this down, you get a good seal down on that, and then you come inside the wafer and you push and hold it. Push and hold it for about 30 seconds. And you mold this bottom piece down into that crease. Okay, alright, okay. And it does burn, so she is going to have some discomfort with this. But you just hold it and mold it down into the place. And then once you have that part, then you come up to the top and you push down on the top portion. And just run your finger around the inside of the ring. There's a little ring there. You just run it around, pushing down while you do that. Then you come on the outside, and we're going to... Okay? Alright. Is the burning easing up or worsening?
Worsening.
It's worsening. Okay. Alright, then you take and pull off the backing on this, and you seal it down. Okay, here we go. This is the end of that. Pull this portion and come down with it so that you're getting out of that little bend that she has. I like the way this one grabs. It grabs pretty nicely. And the other thing that's nice about this is that if you wanted that belt that holds it in place, this one has holder for belt. Okay, then you let that get on there, and then I just go back in with the seal. Take my finger and just run it around this again. She's very tender right here at the bottom because that's where it had excoriated before. So it's not that there's anything coming out and hitting that, it's just that I'm putting pressure on where it is. Okay, now then you take those little pieces of pre-cut Hyperfix to give it a little more support, and you apply these all the way around directly onto the skin. Now in this area you want to not put any tape onto this section because that is very thin skin over, it's a skin grafter. So you need to avoid putting the tape directly onto that. And you can do that by folding it up onto the package. Okay, so you just go all the way around with that until you get a nice seal. You're just reinforcing the adhesive that's on the stoma, the ileostomy bag itself. Okay, last piece in place here. In there. Now, the last thing you do is you let Mrs. Wilbur roll the bag down. Now this is a rolling clamp. There are some that have the actual clamp, but this one is for her so that she can manipulate it on her own. Just keep going. You rolled it the opposite direction. There you go. You got it? Okay, here. Let me have it for a second. Over, over, and push. Okay? You want to try that on your own?
Yeah.
Let's open it up. Good. Good. Excellent. Now it's always rolled towards you.
Okay.
And then push down. Good. We've got a nice seal. Okay, and her bag has been changed. Okay. All right. Thank you.